All right, and we're back. This will be the how many times can we get interrupted while attempting to do a podcast?
We're on take 3.
That's right.
Or segment 3.
Well, let's get into what we were talking about, right? You went on your cool adventure for the eclipse, right?
Yeah.
You went out, you went to Chicago, did whatever, then went down further through Illinois and did all that. Now, from my perspective, nobody's heard from you since you got back. So I'm like, wow, they always say weird stuff if you read history and whatever weird things happened during the eclipse. I'm like, did Pete turn into Teen Wolf or something? Are you like running out in the
No, I decided to do the Kung Fu thing and became a bum for a month. Road bum.
David
for
Carradine.
3 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, just started walking around the United States. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty awe-inspiring to just see that happen and just unfold right there in front of you.
And was it super cool, like the viewpoint and the vantage point? Because I know you did the math and figured out where you would get the best, the best view and everything.
Yeah. Oh, it was kind of iffy, but during the last half hour, clouds were coming in and out, and all of a sudden everything started clearing up. The path was just open it up to us, and then we just saw it just take place right in front of us. And I took a glance, looked around. I had a sunset that was 360 degrees all the way around me. And I was just like, and then I had to, it was just like I did a quick glance. It was just like, well, let's get back to the
You didn't have the super goggles or anything? Or?
Oh yeah. No, well, I mean, you just have to wear those on where just
when you're looking directly at it.
Yeah, but when the moon totally covers it up, it's just like you take the glasses off and you're in the shadow.
Right on.
I was just like, it cooled off. It was dark. It was just like I go and just. Boosh.
It had to be a sensory overload with seeing a 360-degree sunset that happened almost simultaneously, and then, to see it get cool. Because I watched it online, and then that the temperature did drop, right? You forget how much, direct sunlight actually does heat the planet, right? Without it, we'd be kind of
yeah.
SOL.
I was like, well, when it was happening, I was just like, when it was like a quarter away, it was getting, it was like the rays were not getting beaten on you as bad. I was like, because it was partly, it was like clouds were going in and out, but you were feeling the heat. It was still stunning out. Archie is over here hiding in the shade, and he's like, oh, I can see it over there. I'm all like, he's like, I go, you're in the shadow.
Fuck was he hiding from?
He said it was too hot. I'm all like, dude, I'm out here. I'm all like, I go, the sun is getting partially blocked out right now. I was just like, I'm not feeling it right now. I was just like, it's getting actually cooler and cooler. And
be like, dude, you're in Illinois, not like in in Saudi Arabia and shit. Like it's too hot. Like what the fuck is Archie hiding in the bushes for?
I know, but he was just like I think he was just smoking weed in the shadow. And so I was just like, oh, okay. I was just like, he goes, oh, I can see it through the shadow. I go, you're seeing a shadow through a shadow. It's looking through the glimpse over there. I was like, I go, get out here, man. It's feeling nice out here. I was like, I go, and he's like, oh, okay. I was like, yes, stoner. Yes, it's cool. He's like, then you realize, it's like, I go, hey, man, your sensory overload or whatever you got, or sensory dulling.
Either way. All right, we're going to do this because we're not going to stop. I'm going to put these on you. I'm going to have you sit here and let Pete continue to talk to him and about Pete's in the 2 minutes that I told him I wouldn't let him talk about the crazy eclipse, and he was like, I'm no longer traveling with anyone who smokes weed. So at that point, here, put these on. You just sit here. You can nod and say, oh, you know what? You don't even need those. Just oh, you know what? I want to make you all professional.
Oh yeah, you're on the camera or all that over there. Like,
there you go.
It's like no, you gotta do the one hand up on the thing over there.
Yeah.
And be like,
I'll handle the individual. Go ahead and just make sure you talk into the mic and introduce yourself to all the people. And Greeko. Greeko's crazy as shit, but I'll get along.
Hi, Greeko. Hi, people. I'm Amari.
Amari? Oh yeah, I know. It's like Jake didn't do the proper introduction over here, but now you do. Yeah, that's how we roll. No, he's not. No, he's just. Look, it was eventually going to happen anyways. It's like the gift of gab that the guy has over and stuff. I was
What's going on?
Oh, well, you were listening in over the eclipse and stuff like that. Did you enjoy it at all, or
I missed it.
What?
Yeah, I missed it. But I saw people post pictures and everything. It looked real nice.
Yeah,
And
I was.
so-
Yeah,
so
I
you
know
saw
people.
a
People were
eclipse?
asking me, "Did you take a picture?" I was like, "Why?" I was just like, I'm just gonna sit there and watch it because there are a lot of already other people's pictures of the eclipse over there. I was like, "What's mine gonna do?" I'd be like, "Oh wow, one more in the billion in the pond already." So I was like, "No, I'm kicking back, relaxing, watching it and stuff like that."
Where were you when you saw it?
Southern Illinois. I was just like, I've been trying for a while. I was just like, I tried to get a hotel room 3 years ago and somewhere around Nashville, where the path of totality for the eclipse. 3
So
years
you was
ago.
looking forward to.
Oh yeah, I've been waiting for the. I was just like, I found out this about 15 years ago. And I was just like, well, I am definitely gonna go see that. I was like, I wanted to see some kind of, this nice celestial event to take in.
Right.
So I've been waiting for 15 years for this to happen and stuff like that. So I found.
So you waited 15 years to see and you didn't take a picture?
No, I was like, there's there's pictures of eclipses already by other people over. I was like, I don't think my Galaxy S7 is gonna be like, oh my God, this is a masterpiece. It's
You could have framed it.
I was like, I had the people that I was with over there, and how the hospitality that I received from this, because where I was at, I was just like, I'm regressing. I I tried 3 years ago to get a hotel room, and they're like, $1,500 for a 3-night minimal stay. I immediately hung up the phone because I'm 3 years out there in advance, and you're gonna tell me $1,500 for a 3-day stay, and I was just like, I went click. So I was like, nobody is taking my money like that. I was just like,
You would think it'd be cheaper.
No, I was just like a Holiday Inn. Oh, it was just like a Holiday Inn for $1,500 for. I was like, forget about it. So the month before, I was just like, about the month before, I was looking at the line of totality. I was like, hey, on Google, and I was like, I was going to be going, I was like, let me go to Gondola, Illinois, in southern Illinois, right over at the Kentucky and Illinois border. And I saw one of them little Google spikes over there, so I clicked on it, and they're like, oh, hey, camp at our place. I was like, for $100. I was like, deal. I was like, I was sold. $1,500, $100. Let me do the math on here.
So did you enjoy it over there?
Oh yeah, I was like, afterwards the people gave us a really excellent dinner. That was just like, they gave us china to eat on. I was just like, nice little. I was just like, what the? I thought it was at my parents' house or something like that. These people treated us like we were family. I was like, and the people I was talking to, I don't think that Holiday Inn would have gave me the experience of what I had over at that ranch. It was at a cattle ranch too. Yeah. Yeah, it was a lot. It was just like, when I saw where it was at a cattle ranch, I was like, no trees. No, it was just a wide, big field. No trees would be able to block my way. It was
You guys had bonfires?
Yeah, we had a little fire. It was just like we didn't have bonfire. It was just like we were a bunch. It wasn't that many people that were camping in our area. Plus, they're a little bit older. It's not like if we were up north, my buddy would have brought his chainsaw. We were like, oh, hey, there's a tree, and just tore that up, and we would have built a big fire. But we were in southern Illinois, so we couldn't just stomp on their shit like that. What are you guys doing? Causing a little forest fire right here.
So how long did the eclipse last?
Actually 2 minutes and 40 seconds where I was at. Yeah. And we had a couple MIT.
How long?
2 minutes, 40 seconds.
So since you couldn't look at it, what did you see?
I was like, the shadow. I mean, it was It's where the path I had the location is at was I was in the line of totality where you would get the cone where was the shadow of the moon, and you would see the moon would completely block out the sun, and you would get the corona all the way around. We would see the corona of the sun bursting whatever out. Well, what do you say? I would say is its atmosphere of the sun. You're just seeing it just stretching and stuff like that. It was just like whatever in that moment of time, seeing the corona to how it was for there at that distance. So it was completely dark where it was at.
So it happened at night?
No, it happens during the day.
Oh, it happened during the day.
Yeah. Those are lunar eclipses when the moon goes into the Earth's shadow.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah. Well, the weird part is that line of there's going to be another eclipse in 2024.
Oh, so you up on this?
Yeah, and it's supposed to cross back at that same place. Yeah, in 2024, and I'm all like, and it's going to be happening. It's going to happen close to here too. It's like I believe people from Michigan can just go to Toledo. So I was like, but I have to go back to where I originally saw it at the crossroads. I'm all like, all right, I was here in 2017. I'm going to have to come back here in 2024. Another road trip. Yay.
And you drove down there by yourself, or you rode with friends?
No, I had a friend rolled with over there. He was just wanted to come along. He was just coming back from Poland and stuff like that. So he wanted. We were talking about this last year because I was mentioning it to him what I was going to do, and he's like, "Oh, can I roll with you?" I was like, "Yeah, come on." It was like a childhood buddy. It's like we known each other since first grade. So, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love strong friendships.
Yeah. Oh, it's like you can say all the shit, like I go, like, oh, yeah. It's like you can't hurt their feelings. Right. Be like, hey, fuck you.
That friend that knows you like the back of it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's six of us. Like, I mean, occasionally we get together, and it's just be childish, being guys like that. Like I got it's just it's nice to have those people that you grew up with to be able to chat like that, and then like there's nothing you can say or something, like you don't have to worry about any of this stuff. You just know everything about them. I was like, yeah, I remember you were smoking that weed with that hooker over there. We're like, fuck you were supposed to bring that up. I didn't tell your wife about it.
Right.
I was like, yeah, that's the hush dinner that you didn't give me.
I know, right? That's funny. That's cool.
No.
That's cool.
Well, yeah, so I plan on doing it again in 2024.
Was it in the morning time when it happened, or was it in the afternoon?
Happened at 1:24, I believe it started p.m. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was probably asleep.
Well, I was like, I think I know people are like, oh, we can see part of it. I was like, yeah, part of it, no. I was like, no, you got to be in the line. I was just like,
So how come you couldn't look at it?
Huh?
So what's the reason why you can't look at it?
Well, not you. I mean, you can look at it when the moon does completely block it out, but the sun is just too bright. It's just too bright.
Yeah.
I did a quick. I was like, you're not supposed to do it. I was like, yeah, it got me. I was like, all right.
Like, I just want to see. I just want to glance.
Yeah, I did a quick shudder, like, okay, all right.
I just want to be nosy.
I was like, it's something else. Like, there was like reading about the stories of people. I was just like, it's like a quick glance. All right, yeah, your pupils are shut down. But if you're sitting there looking, just staring at it, and with all blind abandonment, yeah, it's like,
I don't think I would have stared at it.
Yeah, I was just like, did that pain set in? Something would just be like, oh, hey. I was like, wow, you had a bug. I mean, some of those people. So I was like, so you had a bug zapper moment. I was like, I was like a moth to the flame. I was just like, So you're the ones that die in the bug sandwich. So, hey, I was just like, I did a quick glance at it. I think there was a photo of Trump. He was just...
I saw a photo of Trump, too.
Yeah.
Like, of course Trump will be the one to look at it.
Yeah, like, I go... I'll be like, what are you doing?
There was actually a video you can hear somebody say, don't look at it, don't look at it. So you heard me look down.
He's like, I'm like the president of the United States. I was just like, I
go so hard too. Like he ain't glanced. He was trying to stare, like trying to see all of it. He was trying to see beginning to end. Walk away, not be able to see nothing.
I was like, what? I was like, Jesus. I was like, come on, man. I was like, you look like a Loompa Oompa or Loompa Oompa. Was it Loompa Oompa?
He just looks
I think called Loompa Oompa or Loompa. I don't know.
He's just red. Like,
I was like, do you get that tone in your shampoo or? I wonder if he's got the presidential spraying booth over there. Be like,
yes, he looks like something off.
Yeah,
Charlie's Chocolate Factory.
Yeah. Oh no, my buddy. I was like, he had when it first came out, the spray on or lotion tan and stuff like that. I was like, he did that too, and I was just like, what? And we had a Polaroid of it, and I was like, whatever the color made him really look even more orange than he was because of that Polaroid. I was like, this is hilarious.
And he just think he looks so good.
Yeah, this was the 80s. It was late 80s. I was like first coming out with that lotion tan and stuff like that. All the instructions. He was like, oh, you want to try it? No. I'm all like, I'll just wait till, I don't know, summer and go out in the sun and let it do its thing.
That's what you're usually supposed to do. I had done spray tans going to bed.
Did you?
I never.
Was it, was it the professional spray, like, something like that?
Yeah.
How did it work for you? Or?
Oh, yeah, it's cool. Yeah, it gives me a glow. I actually have one right now.
Really? Yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't know. I was like,
I know. I'm like Jake's color.
Oh wow! I was like, I thought that was your natural tone. It looks like I was like, oh.
Yeah, I'm very pale. If I.
Oh. Yeah. Well, if I roll this sleeve up over there.
Yeah, like
farmers.
I like something like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was just like, I don't like being in the sun all the time and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Plus,
me
I'm not
neither.
like,
That's
I'm not the
I
most.
Like I just can't go lay out in the sun for 30 minutes or I don't know. I feel like I get too hot or thirsty.
Or, feel like doing yard work to be able to, get out of town. It's like, I got
tired, drained already.
I'm all like, yard work? That's why I got a lawn surface to cut my shit.
I would pay somebody. When I used to live in the house, the kids that always come knock on the door.
Here's your 20. Cut that shit.
I'm waiting on the kid to come knock on your door and do it for $10. That's me.
Oh, I just doing that when I was younger for my parents. I'm all like, you know what? I served my time. I was just like, I don't have kids, so I can't subjugate them to something like that. Because if I did, I'd be like, cut the damn grass.
You have nieces and nephews?
Yes, I have a nephew, but he ain't gonna roll on by.
No,
but he's not gonna roll on by. He just got his own. I was like, my nephew, 22 years old, and he just got himself his own place. So
nieces and nephews, because I don't have any kids either, but I have. All my friends have kids, and so I just have like nieces and nephews, calling my nieces and nephews. And they're going to, I'm putting them to work once they can be able to get to work.
Hey, you ever seen a weed whacker? Oh, like, this is a really fun toy. Yeah.
Right.
After 20th time,
whoever can rake the weeds in the pile the fastest.
Yeah, the 20th time, you're like, oh, this is bullshit now.
Take the shovel and run down the driveway. Whoever be... Whoever wins gets $1.
Well, I was just like, I go, my nephew, I mean, he's got his own place down now. He's got to cut his own grass. And it's like, I go, and he's going to have that honey to-do list. And I'm about like, oh, yeah.
See, yeah, I can work in the house all day, clean the house. But yard work, I hate the cold, so I just cannot be in the cold.
Yeah. Oh, that's the one thing I have to do.
Leaves, it feel like it's a never-ending
I don't have any
process.
trees. I was like, I only get a little bit of leaves that blow down the street and come into mine, and I go, in my patio area, I get a pile. And I'm all like, that's all I have to do for leaves is a pile that is about, I don't know, it just fills up a quarter of a yard bag. I was just like, I've got 2 more years before my yard bag is full of leaves.
At my dad's house, he had got surgery on his knee before, like 2 years ago, whatever. And it was like, so he has like a full driveway, but when you walk in, it's like 2 trees, like right here, and they're like medium-sized trees, and they just have so many leaves on them. So one time I went to his house, and he was like, "Amari, go rake my leaves for me." I'm like, "Who?" And I can't tell him no. It's just like, you really just asked me that question. I was out there for like 2 hours trying to get the leaves.
You're like, just.
Then they kept.
You were grumbling as hell, weren't you?
I
was like, I better not get some shit laying on me on here. I'm gonna get mad. I'm like, what is that?
It's chilly outside. Go grab a coat off the closet.
I was like, I don't envy it because I saw at his crib, at his place over there with all the trees around his house. I was just like, you are so gonna hate the fall. I was like, this is a lot of shit.
And then even when you have the blower, it's still difficult because they just still be blowing everywhere. You have to still rake them into place. It just be like, oh my God. And then I feel like my skin be ripping or something like that. Like I feel like I get like a little sore when I have to put the rake in between my hands.
Oh yeah. Oh well.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Well, it's been a while.
Like
I'm all like
right in between your index finger and your thumb.
I was like, yeah. I know what you're talking about, but I don't have to do that anymore. I don't have any trees around my house. I was like, I get a little bit that blow in only a little bit, and I'm all like, if I knew whose tree this came from, I'd be like, oh yeah, this belongs to you.
Yeah, my dad always got to find the hard way. Like, how about you hire somebody else, like everybody else on this block, to do this? No, I'm not paying.
Yeah. I was like, it was where my buddy was living in West Bloomfield Hills. He had his place, and I was like, they had professionals come in. Well, I wouldn't say professionals. Whoever, they had the equipment, whatever. Just big ass blowers, just moving that shit over. And I was just like, they were just big mountainous piles that they were making. I mean, I'd be like, oh, hey, thanks for making that. I'm gonna just like dive right into it and be like, fuck you.
I used to do that when I was little. As soon as it was a pile, I would go jump in and.
Oh yeah, it's just like
I guess that's just a.
You'd be like,
yeah,
I earned this.
Right?
I earned this. I was like, I earned this. I was like, I get to dive into it. Well, nope. I was like, I had a neighbor that it's like when I was living in Detroit. This is like he had a big lot, and he's like, oh, hey, like give you a couple bucks, hey, come and help, rake and stuff like that. But as a day, I mean, there was he had one house way in the back, and all the rest of the front was just front yard, and we were just raking and raking and raking and raking, and I was just like, and it came along. I was like, hey, I was a little guy. I was just like, how many, I was just like. Then it came, and I was like, I saw that mountainous pile. I was just like, yay! He wasn't too happy with it, just me blasting it away over there. Like, oh, you're packing it down. Making it easy to pick up. Yeah. Yeah, that's a ticket.
I also want to go sledding, too, this winter. I haven't been sledding in years.
Yeah, I haven't done it. Oh. That would be fun. I won't go skiing. I won't go skiing.
Oh, no.
Sledding, yes. And, I'll be like, little hill down. go back
Skiing
up.
is not my cup of tea.
No.
If I lose control and start flipping or something like that, I wouldn't know what to do. I would have to really try to save myself.
Be like, oh shit.
I don't like to be in situations where I can't save myself really like that.
Yeah,
like,
I'd be like,
I want to be able to like fall and still be there. Like I don't want to fall and tumble down a hill. Like,
where's the gently, gliding slopes? They just go, shh. Oh, all right, this is cool. Nothing off the chain. You're like, some of those guys are like, yeah. It's just banging away at it, and I was just like, having it. I was like, no.
And other people's stories,
Olympics.
And other people's stories can freak me out too. Like, who was it? Was it Cher's boyfriend that died in a skiing accident?
Sonny Bono.
Yeah, it's like I know, like I just know stories.
Yeah.
Like he ran right into a tree. You can't say.
I know. I'm all like.
I don't want to run into a garbage can. I don't want to run into a dog. I don't want to run into another person.
I know. I was like, hey, if you're heading towards a tree, I figure you just fall. Yeah. I'd be like, hey,
even
what do
you have? I feel like if I just try to put on the ground, I'm still gonna fall.
Or just fall over. Be like, all right, I don't know. Let me. I'll take a beating on the earth a little bit, but it's just snow. I'm all like, oh, hey, but that tree that's just there, that's not going to budge.
Like I just want a mountain where I just slide down and be there. Like, I don't want to keep going. Like shoot, like shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there was one over at near Northville on Haggerty and 8 Mile or 7 Mile. There was a nice hill over there by the racetrack.
Well, that's where my dad stayed on 8 Mile and back, so.
That was a nice hill.
Yeah, I know where the racetrack is, but.
There was something a little bit south of there. It was a nice hill where we used to go sledding over there. It wasn't like we had nothing to worry about. Didn't have no reason to be going right in the brain.
Nice little areas over there.
Yeah, well, we used to whatever back in the day, go to the asylums. There was there was an asylum there back in the day, and they had. It was like a bunch of complexes and stuff like that, but they had a tunnel system underneath, and we would go. It was like go through the Northville tunnels. It was a lot of fun. I was just like I mean, the cops didn't care for us to be there at all, because we would have our schnapps or whatever, like getting a little drunk, smoke a little weed, and stuff like that. But what it was like a little. It was urban adventures or whatever, it's like that. And you like. Trolling around the room, yeah. It was just like it was like walking around in the ruins or something like that, and I was just like I thought it was pretty cool. I was just like but it's like, it's maybe you feel like you're somewhere else, it's like getting spooked a little bit, you're a fucking dog barking down in the tunnel over there. I'm all like, bullshit, I'm not going down there. I was like, I know how this story ends. Yeah. I was just like, come on, man. I was like, it's just a dog. I was like, then you walk out in front.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I'm 5'5", and you guys are all taller than me. You go.
You go challenge that dog.
Yeah, I'll have a Napoleon complex right now. I was like, lead, go, charge.
That's so funny.
Hey, man, I need to have a smoke, man. Can you put your shit on pause?
This guy.
Oh, I'm not telling you to stop talking to the cat. I was just like, I just want you to pause.
I gotta come over here and hit pause.
Oh, all right.